Pokemon. Let's do it! Unlike my other videos where I talk mainly about manga characters and how strong they are, today I'm going to be making a video putting respect on Pokemon's name. That's right, Pokemon. Yes, sir, I love this game. The reason this idea came to mind was because Arrow and Isk, which some of you may know from the channel, were playing Pokemon with me, and it just kind of hit me that there aren't really any videos regarding how strong the verse actually is, and where it would stack up against other verses in fiction. So I thought it would be cool to not only replay some of the games, but get some help from these two, whose channels I will be linking below, to craft the best Pokemon scaling video I can for the general public. If you guys want more scaling videos related to cartoons or other things that aren't manga like Ben 10 or Avatar, let me know down below for future reference. Now, let's get into the scaling. It's about you! It's about me! To start off, we got the common mons. We're talking like Magikarp or anything that is essentially looked at as useless in the verse. Now, let me just say right off the bat, Pokemon are strong as fuck. In Diamond and Pearl, we see a bomb go off that causes an earthquake that happens across the other side of Sinnoh. You then arrive at where the bomb went off at, where you would then see a bunch of Magikarp just flopping around because of the surrounding body of water they were in now being gone because of the bomb. Meaning, a fucking Magikarp, a literal flopping fish, can withstand a bomb that was strong enough to cause an earthquake across Sinnoh. And thanks to the goat Zong, I managed to find out how much energy this earthquake managed to produce, and it's enough energy to level a mountain. Now granted, these Magikarp could be stronger than the basic ones people eat. I'm not going to be saying that like level 1 Magikarp are mountain level. I think that's disingenuous, but generally Magikarp are just known as the weakest mon, and so for them to even have mountain level stats for a baseline is a pretty good start. And it's also crazy how a fucking fish is stronger than anything in JoJo's. Now for the higher tier mons like fully evolved ones and megas, it gets a little crazy. The low tier stuff for legendaries is usually in that continental to planetary range, and we have seen megas being able to damage Rayquaza, who have both Groudon and Kyogre, who each are continental respectively cucking down, along with Pokemon like Gothitelle being able to distort starry skies thousands of light years away with its psychic prowess. So for a bare minimum, having high tier mons and like low tier legendaries in that multi-continental to planetary range is pretty fair. And especially if we take the Gothitelle statement and we just use Pokemon lore so the legends would massively upscale from this, they should be even exceeding those star levels of power. Now the next tier we have our legendary Pokemon who generally should be relative to one another. As we see in Rainbow Rocket, most of the admins besides Giovanni and Getsis are all generally in the same tier of power, who each just so happen to carry a legendary. And as we all know, Dialga and Palkia are literally responsible for creating the timeline, putting the notable legendaries like Mewtwo, Lunala, Kyurem, Rayquaza, Deoxys, basically all of your favorite legendaries in that uni to low multiversal ranges of power. If you don't like this, then you could just use the fact that Necrozma can absorb enough energy to destroy a galaxy, so at the very least they are in a tier above regular Pokemon. Now above the legendaries we have the Creation Trio and Arceus, who are basically the goats of the verse. Arceus, or mostly known as the god of all Pokemon, has created its own dimension that transcends time and space. We even have the two Pokemon that embody these two concepts being transcended by Arceus himself, and then the Creation Trio are shown being able to exist within Arceus's realm, meaning they also would have to be beyond these concepts to be chilling in there. This means that these four Pokemon essentially have scaling to that outer versal slash boundless tier of power. And it's not even through Wank, as this is literally the whole point of Arceus's concept. I learned, prove Arceus transcends these concepts. My brother in Christ, he fucking made them. Now with that general tier list established, let's get into how fast Pokemon generally are. The reason I didn't give a particular tier of speed for each section like how I did with AP is pretty much because Pokemon are all able to react to other Pokemon or avoid attacks from one another, and even the trainer themselves can react to attacks that are baseline light speed like Solar Beam, which is definitely the bare minimum, as we have Deoxys, Lunala, Latios, and essentially every legendary being able to move throughout light years in space within a finite amount of time. We even see the Gen 7 legendary scale to the Ultra Beasts, who managed to travel thousands of light years within minutes, and the Gothitelle statement that I presented earlier would grant it MFTL speeds, as its attacks can reach out light years away, giving pretty much the whole verse light speed scaling, with most of the top tier scaling to the high end massively faster than light stuff. Also, mind you, we even see in the manga and anime both Pokemon and trainer are able to keep up with legendaries, so yeah, there's that. And obviously, because Arceus and the Creation Trio are outer, they would have irrelevant speed. Now for hacks, I'm going to try and speedrun the important ones, so bear with me. I'm gonna need speed for this one. Here, secondo! Conceptual manipulation and erasure, time and space manipulation, non-physical interaction, essentially any element you can think of exists. Stat amplification, durability negation, sleep and dream manipulation, reality warping and subjective reality, regeneration, creation, intangibility, power bestowal, cosmic awareness, life manipulation, power nullification, non-physical interaction, power absorption, information manipulation, age manipulation, telekinesis.
Oh my god, shut the f*** up, Tyler!
But yeah, you get the point. These pocket monsters can solo your favorite verse.